Paul, following last week's close loss against Collingwood, how are the players feeling leading into this Saturday's game against Brisbane?
Oh, it's an important game. I know we say that every week, but we've just come off two really blockbusters, and the guys have been really well motivated and played some really good football. And obviously disappointed to have lost against Collingwood, but the thing we were proud of was that they really fought it out and continued to show that spirit, which is what we're looking for. If we can get that every week, whatever the result, you're going to be pleased. So, important thing now is to refocus against the Brisbane side. They're going to be very keen to do well. For us, it's a little bit about making sure that our recovery is complete. When you play within 4 days, you have to then really make sure your recovery not just over your next 2 or 3 days, but over your next week is right there. So we'll do that. The players are feeling good. Having said that, they had a brief little bit of a run on Saturday morning. They had a short training session today, and then they'll hit the track running on Wednesday. So we'll find out a little bit more about the guys that had been a touch sore. But clearly the player who will definitely miss, and we all know, is Michael Hibbard, and he has got a definite tear of his hamstring. He's likely to miss 4 weeks, and we'll assess it from there. But unfortunately, he started the season really well, so disappointing for him and disappointing for the team. But what the good point is that we will have some players come back from the injuries that we've sustained earlier in the year.
And we will possibly welcome back a few players this week. Who's in the mix for this weekend?
Well, Courtney Dempsey certainly should come back into the side. We should also have available for selection Nathan Lovett-Murray, Mark McVeigh should be available. So yeah, we'll start to get a few numbers back there and really put some pressure on the selectors really, and so we'll look forward to having those guys. David Myers is probably another week after that, I would have thought, and David Hill's still probably 2 to 3 at least away. He's got a little bit to go with his calf. But yeah, we're starting to get a few back, and it's pretty important that we do that.
And Travis Collier and Luke Davis put in impressive performances for Bendigo on the weekend.
Yeah, it was good. Travis' first game back. Travis was probably, and I think Hurdy has said this, was probably our best performer in the pre-season. We were just wrapped with his pre-season. He was super strong, put on a lot of weight and muscle, got himself super fit, and so it was really disappointing in the lead up to round 1, where he broke his thumb. So he's back. He played reasonably well for Bendigo on Friday night, so he's raring to go. He was in here doing extra recovery on Sunday, and yeah, he's very keen. So he's in the mix, of course, and Luke Davis continues to put some good performances together at VFL level. So yeah, there's some other players along with the guys coming back from injury that will put some selection pressure on.
And there was concern around Jake Melksham following Anzac Day. I just want to clear that up.
I do want to clear that because I've had a lot of people, I've had a lot of journalists who contact me about Jake Melksham and apparently his calf muscle. Well, there isn't any problem with his calf muscle. He's fine. He's been all cleared, and he's raring to go. He'll get through the training session on Wednesday, but he doesn't have and never has had a calf injury. Yeah.
And just as a longer term update, how are Scott Gumbleton, Jason Mendelik and Brent Prismal tracking with their recoveries?
Yes, so our guys coming back from knees, and in Gumby's case are back. Gumby's still on track. We've said late May has been his return date. There's nothing to say that won't happen. He hasn't had any other setbacks. He's training well. So as you get closer to the date, the intensity of the training steps up. So this is a real test period for him, so that he's doing everything at full pace. He's doing all the competitive work. So if he can get through the next couple of weeks, then we will see him towards the end of May coming back through the VFL. Priz is going well with his knee. Of course, his was a little bit later in the year, so he's still a little while off. Not expecting too much or too soon there. And Jason Winterlick, as you know, has had hamstring problems as a result of where they took the tendon out to perform for his knee reconstruction. So he's travelling reasonably well. He's on track, but he'll miss at least the next 2 games.
And obviously a big game against Brisbane this weekend at Etihad Stadium.
Yes, and hopefully it's only our second home game, and we're through to round 6. So we're hoping to really turn it into a red and black cauldron and get as many people along as possible. It'll be fantastic to see a lot of support. We want to pump up the opportunity. It's Dustin Fletcher obviously playing his 350th now a few weeks ago. It's our first home game since then, so we're really keen to give a little bit of a celebration for Dustin as well, and give the members the chance to say thank you to him for his contributions over the years. So we look forward to it.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, guys.